Welcome back, mystery seekers. Today, we delve into the chilling and perplexing world of the unknown. From vanished planes to people who seemingly disappeared off the face of the earth, these stories will leave you questioning reality itself. Grab your detective hat and join us as we explore 5 unsolved mysteries of disappearance. These cases remain unsolved, shrouded in mystery, and continue to baffle investigators to this day. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. 1. Flight MH370, Malaysian Airlines. Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur at 1:07 a.m. on March 8, 2014, heading to Beijing with 239 people on board. Shortly after takeoff, the flight lost contact with air traffic control. Despite losing communication, satellite pings indicated that the aircraft continued to fly for approximately 7 hours until it presumably ran out of fuel. Experts identified a potential crash site about 1,000 miles west of Perth, Australia. A massive search operation, costing $150 million and involving Australia, China, and Malaysia, was conducted but ultimately found no trace of the aircraft or its wreckage. The crew of MH370 was experienced. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah had been with Malaysian Airlines since 1981, and First Officer Fariq Abdul Hamid had logged 2,663 flight hours. Numerous theories have emerged about the fate of MH370, some of which are quite unsettling. One theory suggests that the captain deliberately crashed the plane into the Indian Ocean in an act of suicide. Another posits that the plane was hijacked and taken to a secret location, with reports that relatives heard ringing tones for up to 4 days when calling their loved ones after the disappearance. There is also speculation that the plane was accidentally shot down by U.S. fighter jets during a military exercise. The search for MH370 was officially called off in January 2017, nearly 3 years after the plane's disappearance. To this day, the fate of flight MH370 and its 239 passengers remains unknown. 2. Flight 19. Perhaps the most disputed plane disappearance occurred in early December 1945, when 6 planes vanished and have yet to be recovered. On that day, in average weather conditions, 5 Avenger torpedo bombers, known for their size and robustness, took off from their base in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a routine bombing practice over what has since become known as the Bermuda Triangle. Shortly after takeoff, the planes began experiencing problems with their compasses, a common occurrence in that area, and the Chinese Sea. The 5 planes lost communication with the ground station, though ground personnel could still monitor the conversations between the pilots. The pilots were clearly disoriented and, after some discussion, decided that once the first plane's fuel dropped below 10 gallons, all planes would ditch into the sea. An intensive rescue mission was launched immediately by the Coast Guard and Navy, covering 700,000 square kilometers over 5 days. Tragically, during the search, another plane carrying 13 passengers also disappeared without a trace. An ocean liner in the supposed location of the plane at the time reported seeing a giant fireball in the sky, but no debris or wreckage was ever found. To this day, the fate of the 6 missing planes and their passengers remains unknown, adding to the enigmatic allure of the Bermuda Triangle. The mysterious disappearance continues to spark intrigue and speculation, cementing its place in the annals of aviation mysteries. 3. CAS-2. On April 18, 2007, the crew of a surveillance helicopter spotted a small ship adrift nearly 100 miles off the coast of Queensland, Australia, in the area of the Great Barrier Reef. The 9.8-meter vessel appeared damaged, its sails badly shredded. Upon boarding the craft, the rescuers encountered a perplexing scene. The table was set for a meal, complete with food and utensils. The engine was still running, and computers and a laptop were powered on. The anchor was raised, and all emergency systems were operational. Notably, no distress signal had been sent, and the boat seemed in perfect working condition. However, its 3-man crew was missing. The crew consisted of 56-year-old Derek Batten, the boat's owner and skipper, and his friends, 69-year-old Peter Tunstead and 63-year-old James Tunstead. These close friends had embarked on a planned 5,000-kilometer journey from Chute Harbor to Perth on the Caz 2, a trip expected to last 8 weeks. Investigators found a video recording made by James Tunstead showing Peter fishing without a life jacket while Batten manned the helm. The footage depicted rough seas, but within the next 30 minutes, the three men vanished without a trace. The Queensland coroner concluded in his report that the men died due to a tragic accident. He speculated that Peter Tunstead might have tried to free a lure entangled on the ship's rudder and fallen overboard. James likely went to rescue his brother, and Batten was possibly knocked overboard by the sails before he could lower them. All three men were unable to reach the boat as it sped away. Despite this official explanation, many local yachtsmen and family members remain unconvinced. Will we ever truly understand what happened to these sailors? It seems unlikely. However, the mysterious disappearance of Derek Batten, Peter Tunstead, and James Tunstead continues to captivate and baffle. What do you think happened to these sailors? Share your thoughts in the comments. 4. The Mary Celeste. On December 4, 1872, the ghost ship. Mary Celeste was discovered adrift near the Azores Islands, unharmed and with her cargo intact, but without any crew. The abandonment of the Mary Celeste and the fate of her crew remain one of history's greatest maritime mysteries. The Mary Celeste had departed from New York City about a month earlier, carrying a cargo of industrial alcohol bound for Genoa, Italy. On board were a crew of 8, along with the captain's wife and young son. A British vessel, the Dei Gratia, spotted the Mary Celeste sailing erratically and decided to investigate. They found the cargo mostly intact, the instruments functional, and the crew and passengers' valuable items secure. The weather was good, with no signs of distress. The only unusual elements were a missing lifeboat, several broken barrels of alcohol, and a frayed rope trailing behind the ship. Many theories have been proposed to explain the mystery of the Mary Celeste, ranging from pirate attacks to mutiny. One of the most compelling theories suggests that the fumes from the broken barrels of alcohol might have created a spark, alarming the crew and leading them to believe the ship was about to explode. In a panic, they boarded the lifeboat, which was tied to the Mary Celeste. A storm may have hit soon after. While the Mary Celeste weathered the storm, the small lifeboat likely capsized, drowning all aboard. No trace of the lifeboat or any survivors has ever been found. The enigma of the Mary Celeste continues to intrigue and mystify, standing as a haunting testament to the perils of the sea and the enduring lure of the unknown.